When MGM's sale to Amazon was announced May 26th in a blockbuster $8.5 billion deal, there was a surge of excitement from the Stargate fandom. After 11 years of watching Stargate sit on the MGM shelf and hoping a studio with enough money and interest to revive the franchise would show up, it finally happened. Fans cheered and rallied. #SaveTheGate was having a major moment here. Most fans knew that funding was the biggest reason Stargate hadn't been revived under the current MGM leadership. So to have the company spending $500 million to make a Lord of the Rings television series buy the rights to Stargate, the potential seemed limitless. So the fandom immediately went to work to show Amazon Stargate fans are more than ready for new Stargate. Stargate Now began a 365 days of Stargate on Twitter, committing to a daily post utilizing @Amazon Studios and #WeWantStargate. The fandom was mobilized and excited. Since then, the waters have calmed a bit, with Amazon not likely to finalize the MGM deal until sometime in mid-2022 and battling special interest groups hell-bent on stopping the merger for fear that the e-commerce giant is becoming a monopoly, there is still quite a bit of time before we can get an official announcement that Stargate is back with a new series. So are we just in a holding pattern, or is there something stirring? We've pieced together a series of events that we think point to positive signs that Stargate will be one of the first MGM products off the shelf for Amazon. And it has everything to do with what's been happening with Stargate series co-creator Brad Wright and the interesting Stargate content he's been creating on the companion app. You aren't going to want to miss this video. But before we dig in and show you our path to new Stargate, please take a moment now to subscribe and give us a thumbs up to show how excited you are for our new Stargate overlords at Amazon. Also, click the notification bell to never miss a video because YouTube seems to quickly forget that you like our videos. And make sure you stay tuned to the end to see how to get this awesome Stargate graphic design from the amazing artists at mixtease.com. It may very well be that the key to getting new Stargate on Amazon right after the MGM sale is finalized is Brad Wright and his light bulb moment that it would be fun to have artificial intelligence write a Stargate script and have actors from the Stargate franchise do a table read together to see if it is any good.
You know what we could do? You know me and AI, right? You know how much I like, my Travelers was all about AI. What if you got like a world-class AI to write scenes? Because AIs can read or watch the whole series in like, a minute and a half, right? They can just consume it and know it all. I think this could be fun. We should do this.
Not only did Brad think it would be a lot of fun, but he thought it could be a great test to see if AI could put him out of a job.
A good script, a bad script, what do you think the technology
I don't know. I'm kind of scared about it, to be honest. I mean, if it's really good, I'm out of a job.
His little impromptu idea may end up being the thing that convinces Amazon to make Stargate soon after they own it. But let's get back to that in a moment. The idea was sparked while Brad and companion app co-creator Lawrence Kay were having a working meeting. Brad has an exclusive podcast with the companion where he has a recurring show that routinely includes former actors from the Stargate franchise. And what started out as a funny idea quickly became a reality. On November 6th, the companion app will feature Stargate A.I, a table read from Brad Wright, and Google AI's Lawrence Moroney. Actors featured for the event include Michael Shanks as Daniel Jackson, Amanda Tapping as Samantha Carter, David Hewlett as Rodney McKay, and Jewel State as Jennifer Keller. The link is in the description below. Like we said before, a fun AI experiment on the companion app may be the key to getting Amazon's attention for Stargate. We need to remember that Brad Wright submitted a pilot for a fourth Stargate series to MGM right at the beginning of 2020. The pandemic hit and Hollywood production came to a standstill.
MGM and I are working on something. It's just too early to talk about. And it's partly too early because there's a pandemic going on, and that's kind of ground a few things to a halt. But we are working on something. It's very exciting.
More importantly, MGM knew it was primed to be sold. And as a result, they opted not to open up its vault for content licensing or reboots on its popular titles. This means Brad's pilot was put away for safekeeping. This is a crucial element for the future of Stargate on Amazon. When the sale finally comes through, Amazon Studios will lean heavily on MGM employees who stayed on and made the transition. Amazon will want to know what properties are ready to go and have fan bases prepared to support the new Amazon shows. Not only will Stargate have a pilot script, but they have the co-creator of the show and a slew of producers, writers, and actors who were critical to the original run that are ready to be part of a fourth series in the franchise.
It's something that we've been talking about for a while now, and I love it. I'm excited to have the possibility of making it someday soon, or someday, period. and it's. I'll say this much. I'll say that it exists in the universe that you already know. It's not a reboot. It's not a completely new thing. It's a continuation.
Every major member of the Stargate SG-1 team has shown interest in coming back to a new series. And thanks to Brad's new AI script project, it seems even more original actors are ready to participate in new Stargate. Amazon will not need to recreate the wheel making this show. As Brad pointed out during one of his podcasts, he's been working with MGM since 1997 and has a great relationship with the people there. Those people will make sure Amazon knows Brad is the right person to kick off a new Stargate series on their platform. Amazon will know they have the right people to launch a series, but what else do they need? They need to know fans will show up and watch the show. There is something we can all do as a fandom to help. But hold on to that thought for a moment. Stargate interest from fans is already on the rise. Besides all of the new content on the companion, Stargate conventions are returning in 2022. Also, Wyvern Gaming created a Stargate RPG game that is quickly gaining popularity. We know there is a significant number of fans waiting for a new series. Back in 2018, more than 3 million fans watched trailers for Stargate Origins. While the 104-minute web series had a lukewarm response, it was obvious fans wanted a Brad Wright series, and now Amazon has an opportunity to do just that. The writers, producers, and actors are ready. The studio with enough money to produce the show will be ready. Now, all that's left is us. If you are on Twitter, make sure you follow Stargate now and support their 365 days of Stargate. Amazon will be getting alerts on every one of our tweets. Also, make sure you go and sign the petition at SaveTheGate.org. We will be sending the results of that petition to Amazon as soon as MGM's sale is finalized. Also, now that Stargate is ending its run on all streaming services, send tweets to @Amazon Studios asking them not only to create new Stargate, but also to make every episode of the franchise available to fans on Amazon Prime. A flood of these requests will send a signal to decision makers that our fan base is worth investing in. Will Brad Wright's AI table reading be the catalyst that helps us get the fourth Stargate series on Amazon? We believe so, and this is only the beginning for a new generation of Stargate entertainment. Are you excited for new Stargate on Amazon? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Also, check out this Stargate-inspired graphic design at mixtees.com and get 20% off your purchase by using coupon code THEPOPCAST. The link is in the description below. Don't want the show to end? Become a Popcast member by hitting the join button to get exclusive content including special member live streams, Discord privileges, behind-the-scenes access, and so much more. Click join and let's hang out.